Hey guys. Before the break, we were really getting into adding and subtracting fractions, adding and subtracting mixed numbers. When we first started fractions, you guys, most of you felt a little overwhelmed because there's a lot of steps, a lot of different things we have to do. But we were really getting pretty good at it, where you guys were starting to like it, and enjoy doing fractions because you were understanding it more and it was making more sense. If you haven't worked ahead on Study Island, and if you have, that's totally okay. If you've worked ahead, that's fine. But if you have not worked ahead on Study Island, this week you're going to be working on adding and subtracting fractions. So I wanted to make a video and show you guys, just to remind you, the steps that we have to do when we add and subtract fractions. Okay, so this fraction that I have up here on the board is 1/2 plus 4/9. Now remember, we cannot add fractions if our denominators are not the same. So we have to create equivalent fractions that have the same denominator. Okay, so I have 2 and 9 are my denominators of these fractions. Okay, I have to find the least common multiple of 2 and 9. Now, if you're pretty good at your math facts, you may be able to just know that, okay? But if not, we write out our multiples of 9 and our multiples of 2 until we find the least common multiple, the smallest one that they have in common. Okay, so my multiples of 9 are 9, 18. And again, if you're pretty good with your math facts, you know that 18 is a multiple of 2. But just in case, you may have to write them out, and that's fine too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. That is the first one that they have in common, is 18. Okay, so I'm going to make my new denominator is going to be 18. Okay, so I put an 18 out here next to each denominator. Now I cannot change my denominator to something else unless I change the numerator as well. The numerator cannot just stay the same. Okay, so I have to ask myself, how can I get from 2 to 18 by multiplying? 2 times 9 is 18. Whatever you do to the numerator, remember you must do to the, whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. So I multiply this also by 9, which becomes 9/18. And that is equivalent to 1/2, because 9 is half of 18. Okay, now I have to do this fraction. How do I get from 9 to 18? By multiplying by 2. If I multiply this denominator by 2, I must multiply the numerator by 2, which becomes 8/18. Now I'm ready to add. Now that I have the same denominator, all I have to do is add the numerators, which is 9 plus 8 is 17, and your denominator stays the same, and you get 17/18. I hope that helped jog your memory. Let me know if you have any questions. If you get to a question and you do not understand it, take a picture of it, message it to me, and I will solve it and send you back a video and show you how to do it. Have a good week, guys.